check the cow's water. I have a feeling it's low and we need to refill it. We could use a little bit more in there. I'll go ahead and fill it up. I had a water leak. There's a drain on the bottom of the tank there, and it was loose the first night I filled this up, and it leaked out. So that'll be a muddy mess in a few days once it warms back up. Let's check if this faucet is running or not, or if it's free. I suspect that it's not, even with this cover. Yeah, I can't even turn the handle. Okay, so plan B. We're gonna use a hot water tank. It's like 18 degrees outside this morning. Pretty cold. Chicken's water is frozen. Get them going too. Out here in front of my shop, got the dump trailer. I pulled it up with the tractor. I need to do a little work on the doors here, so let me show you what I got going on. You can see where it's got some weld that's been done on it. This is a result of 2 times that this hinge has been ripped off. Also down here I've had just a lot of issues. What happens is this door swings open, and this latch goes right here in this hole, and that's supposed to hold it. Problem I've had is out here on my place, I trim a lot of trees and have branches that might hang over a little bit, and you know I tend to kind of mound it up here, and I try my best to make sure there's nothing really big hanging over the side. But sometimes when I'm dumping, they'll move around, shift around, and I've had branches come and hit the doors and pop them off of these holders, and when I'm lifted up, the door will swing out to about over here, and then when I pull forward to let the dump, you know, fall out, it bends the door. The first time it happened, it bent it. Second time, it broke this hinge, broke the bolt. This bent a little bit. I had to do some welding. The third time it happened, it ripped the entire door off. So last month, I did my best to kind of put it back together. I mean, it's on there now. You can see it's horrible. It's a farm weld for sure. They sell hinges to put back on here. I might have to do that if this doesn't hold. But what I really want to try now is I saw on another YouTuber's channel, they have a taller dump trailer. Jack of All Trades. He hauls junk, scrap metal all the time. And his trailer has like it didn't have anything like this. It's actually like a chain latch type deal, and he just brings his door around to just like this one opens, and it's like this chain that connects to it. So what I was thinking I want to do is something similar, have a chain stop, kind of a backup. So I'm gonna still use this as my primary door stop, but if that fails, if a branch hits it again, I want the chains to catch it. So let me show you how these doors open, just so you understand what I'm working with, and then I'll show you what I have in mind. So these doors just open, and then this latch pulls up. And that fits there in that holder. And that's pretty secure. But again, if a branch comes and hits this door as it's on its way out, it can pop that latch. So I got this chain with a hook on it and this weldable tab, and I'm thinking of putting it, I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet where I want to put this, but I have these are like fence clips for where you have sucker rods, and it's the same thickness. I think I got 5/8. I think this chain is 5/8, but anyway, it's the same thickness as the chain, so it'll go well together whenever I paint this black. I want to put one of these tabs somewhere on this door, and then be able to, clip the chain on there. Use that as a stop, more of a backup. So the chain will be a little bit loose when the door is latched. It'll be hanging, kind of like that. And then if that latch fails, the chain will catch it. So it doesn't really have to hold a whole lot of weight. This is probably way overkill in size for what I'm using it for. And I know what you're probably thinking, with it welded there on the side of the trailer on each side, it's going to make a lot of noise as it rattles as I'm going down the road. I don't care. I'm tired of this door getting messed up. The other door hasn't had any problems, so I think that latch is just, the way they made it was funky, maybe just slightly out of spec. And then the first time it bent, it's never been right. And I've fiddled with it, as you can see, as much as I can. And I've got it back pretty good, but I think this will be a good backup option. All right, so the first thing I need to decide is where I want to put the clip to hold the doors. I mean, I could put it out here. I'm thinking if I put it like somewhere in here, let me get one of the clips. If I put it right there, I just want to make sure it's not going to be in the way of any of this stuff. Maybe there and there. And then grab my chain. If that was like that, I can come in from behind, clip it. And the reason why I think there is because when it swings around, if I had the chain mounted here, there's just really nowhere to hide this. Maybe up in here. Yeah. I was thinking about putting it there. I can easily come in with the hook behind it, clip it. Probably right about where that weld is where I need to go with it. I could probably cover up the weld, and then just have another one that I can clip the hook, and it'll just ride like that. Where do I want to put it? If I put it here, I'd be able to access both sides of this. Yep, I think that's what we're going to go with. So when this is not in use and I'm going down the road, it's going to sit like that. And that'll hold it nice. All right, let's do the other side. Alright, just let the paint dry. I'll wipe that off when the paint's finished drying. This turned out pretty good. Made two mistakes. One, you pull this cotter pin, you're supposed to be able to lift the pin out to replace the chain or take a chain link out. On this side, the pin gets stuck if I try to I was going to remove the chain so I could paint and get into it really good, but the other side worked out okay. I wasn't even thinking about that when I was welding it. It's not a big deal. I will probably never have to take these chains off, but that's just one thing that I didn't think about prior to welding. And then the other minor mistake is, despite my best intentions, I did not get these two hooks even. Let me show you. So there you can see they're close. This one's a little bit higher than the other side. I was really going for even, and that's how it turned out. So this is my trailer, and honestly, it doesn't matter as long as it works for me. Got my backup chains in place, and I used the lock down there. So let's see how this works out. Well, I didn't need the chains this time around. The original stays down there did their job. But I sure feel a lot better about it had they not. Let's see what it would have done had that stopper failed. So that's as far as it would have gone. That'll definitely help prevent further damage to that door. So real happy with that result.